Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Bury me in thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to help me reach my goals, and definitely join the Wolf Gang. Get into that Discord, partake in the contests and giveaways. Tomorrow is Halloween. We have a ton planned. We're gonna have an evening Twitch stream. Best dressed is gonna win something. I might even get into the spirit. We'll see though, if you're lucky. And over $325 in giveaways. Join the Discord, get in on that before tomorrow evening. You don't want to wait until the stream starts. You want to be in on that beforehand. So join the Discord. Link for that is in the description. Linktree, boop, 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 scroll down, Discord. I've got a bunch of other cool stuff there as well. Maybe even support me via Patreon if you're one of those kind, gentle souls who are willing and able. With that out of the way, just thank you guys all for your time and attention helping me grow this to what it is today. It truly is my pleasure to bring you the new mono red burn deck. This is lean and mean. We're tearing it up, you guys. Like turn 5 wins relatively regularly, which is decent, but even if the game goes on later, we have a lot of mid-game consistency, which is great to see as well. So I'm going to reveal the deck. We're going to talk about the strategies, the synergies, and then showcase all of that within the gameplay footage, wrapping up with our final thoughts, deck review, general, channel shenanigans. So without further ado, let's take a look at the deck. Burno Mars is a 60 card standard best of 1 brew with a 1.9 average mana value. We have 24 non-creatures and 16 creatures with only 20 land. Don't worry, we have 28 because of the module lands, both the Spike Field Hazard and the Shatterskull Smashing, which are instants and sorceries which are easily cast on top of our main engine in the deck, the beloved Thermo Alchemist for 2/0/3 with Defender. You can tap it to deal 1 damage to each opponent, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, untap the Alchemist, right? So that's why these instant and sorcery lands are so important, because they increase the consistency of us being able to curve out, right, on par, which is really good. And if we're drawing it late game, not only is it removal, which is fairly effective in the best of 1 aggro-based meta, but we're triggering the Thermo Alchemist over and over again, which is absolutely lovely. We have the Pit Fighter here as a turn 1 aggro, 2/1, getting that damage in, which is really nice if they don't have defenders. You can also sack it for 2 and discard a card. Well, sacking any vampire, but this is our only vampire index, so just sacrificing itself, discarding a card, and drawing 2 cards if our opponent lost life this turn. Obviously, we have the Alchemist, so they're going to be losing life all the time. We can control that. So this is nice to discard a land if we kind of flood out. We've got 5-6 land in hand. The Pit Fighter can no longer attack because, maybe they have blockers at this point in the game. So get value from it still. Send it to the grave, draw 2 more cards, and play some more burn on top of the Alchemist to box your opponent out, right? We have the ability to replay some of these burn spells from the grave through Bloodthirsty Adversary. 2 mana, 2/2 with haste. When it enters the battlefield, you can pay 3 any number of times, putting that many counters on it, which is great. And then casting that many 3-drops or less that are instants and sorceries from our graveyard, which is really, really cool, right? More burn. And those spells being cast for free will, again, trigger the Thermo Alchemist, which is really, really nice. And then finally, Moonveil Regent as a 4-drop, 4/4 with flying. Whenever you cast a spell, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each of that spell's colors. Really cool because we'll have an empty hand, right? You're casting what you draw, boom, empty hand. Do you want to discard your hand? Absolutely. And then you draw a card for it. Cast that, repeat the process. So the Moonveil Regent is really, really good to help us cycle through our deck at an expedited rate. And when it dies, you'll deal X damage to any target, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. We only control red permanents, so it's going to be 1 damage when it dies. If we have another red permanent in play, if it's the only one, once it dies, that number drops to 0, right? Keep that in mind as it resolves. Now into the burn spells. We have Play with Fire, 2 damage to any target. If it was the player, scry 1. That's going to help us pick up a land. That's going to help us pick up the burn spell, really whatever we need. Shock, 2 damage to any target. Spike Field Hazard, 1 damage to any target. If that target would die, exile it instead. This is nice on the disturbed creatures. This is nice with, leave the battlefield or death triggers. Shambling Gas is one of those. It also, you know, triggers the Alchemist. Shatterskull Smashing for 2+X, dividing X among 2 targets, creatures and or planeswalkers. If X is 6 or more, double it. Oh, woof. But again, you can actually cast this just for 2 mana. X equals 0 for the Alchemist trigger and the Moonveil Regent draw if you want. Pretty cool beans, right? Royal Eruption, dealing 3 damage to any target. If you kick, it will deal 5. The kick will cost 7. Eruption organically is only 2. Ignis Inspiration for 3 at sorcery speed, 3 damage to any target. Learn. This is great because, you know, casting a spell that draws us a new spell. Cool beans on top of the Alchemist. Sciences, gaining 2 life, drawing a card. Still triggers the Alchemist. It won't trigger the Moonveil Regent, so keep this in mind. Start from scratch Will, which is really, really nice. You know, get in there, get after it. Expanded Anatomy. The counters on, you know, the dragon. Pretty cool. And then Introduction to Prophecy, scry 2, draw a card, which is great because you go, you know, Ignis Inspiration on top of the Alchemist. Boom. Now we have Introduction to Prophecy on top of the Alchemist, and then it draws another spell. So it's really cool to chain combo instances and sorceries off the Alchemist and not even have to rely on your draw step. But again, with all that, we still have the Moonveil Regent to supply the draw as well. So that's kind of the deck. We do have the Den of the Bugbear in play, 4 copies of this. We can attack for 5 mana because 4 plus itself as the untapped attacker, as a 3/2, and you'll also create that 1/1 Goblin creature token tapped and attacking the target of your choice as well, which is pretty cool beans if you face a field wipe. So this is the deck. It's performing really, really good, much better than our last experience with it. Major changes that we've made is just increasing the Shatterskull Smashing. We didn't have any copies of this in deck before because I was obsessed with damage to any target. However, it's still worthwhile because it's a land. You're an aggro deck. I'm dealing more damage to you, I assure you. So paying 3 life if I have to is not, you know, it's no worries. So with that all out of the way, enjoy today's gameplay footage. Make sure to sign up to our contests and giveaways. Don't miss out on tomorrow's Halloween Twitch party that we'll be doing. And yeah, we'll take care and see you guys on the other side of today's gameplay. Today's video is brought to you by Domain, a chess-based trading card game offering a challenge unlike no other. Similar to the XCOM series, you will be trying again and again just to win. This is no RNG, folks. Only the greatest strategy will prevail. I played probably about 100 matches before I got my first win. Try it out today, totally for free. Link in the description below. Going first with an amazing set of land in hand. Obviously, we could have some creatures, but there's nothing wrong with a couple spells. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You shall not survive. Probably should have shocked and then taken the scry off of Play with Fire. Itsy bitsy misplay. Really? Because the land is a lot. I don't know how much I care for that. Let's just start bashing in. One damage to any target's fine. Like the stowaway. Unless we pay 3, right? That's a lot of fun. Let's slam up top. Down to 12. We're at 18. No Alchemist really makes this hard, but we'll get there. Hit for 3, they draw and discard. It's pretty good, actually. And they're holding up counter magic, which is pretty good against us as well. They discard another copy of it. It goes to Knight. That's 5. Let's just hit for 4. And then we're not worried about any counter magic. It could be Flash. Good to go. They're down to 8, and that's like, if you can get even a single swing in with the Den, that does so much lifting for you. They just get to draw, they don't have to discard, but with only 4, potentially 5 mana, only casting 2 cards, potentially 3, which is, it outpaces us, they might get it. Foretell. Land out. Let's try our luck again. They didn't deal with it before. I imagine that's a counterspell they foretold. Hitting for 5. Down to 3. Woof. And our turn, if they tap, we cast. Hit for 4, they draw and discard. I want them to tap out before their turn ends. They know we have lethal if they do nothing. It's not enough. Four mana up. 5 mana up to self-destruct. I love it. Very classy. We're actually on a tear with this deck. I'm pretty sure we've won like 4 out of our 5 games. Only lost to Is It Treasure so far. So much so that it's like, I actually have to record this. This is so cool. On the Drizzaw, and we have Den. Turn 1. I love it. I think before this, like, anything happens, we just take this. Right, I don't know if they have protection. You know, if they're attacking, they make the token. Just take it. It's not that bad of a trade. Sucks for the bloodthirsty adversary. Play this. No attacks. We force them to exile it. And then we shock the Cathar. We shock the... We have 2 smashings, which is pretty good. Right? If they exile a smashing, we can just play it as the land. So you never really want to take the both lands, or any module lands, I guess. This is the trade. I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with this. Just picking away at their army. Sorry! They're down to 4 cards. Down to 3 cards. This is nice because it has Disturb, so I wish we had a Spikefield Hazard for it. And then we go to exile, they wouldn't get to cast that creature from the grave again. And the ward is to pay 1. Meh. Meh. The adversary just outpaces it. Maya's in studio. Our turn. Land in tapped. Pass our turn? I mean, we have plenty of life. Another land. Ouch. That can only feel good if you're me. Okay. Nailed it. So you can let them pay the mana before anything goes on the stack, which is always a lot of fun. Take the damage. Our turn. We have 4 damage split up here. Oh no, we only have 2 damage split up. Cancel, cancel, cancel. We need 3. We need 1 more land. We need a 5th land. We'll get it. I mean, they're doing 2 damage. Who cares? They top deck another adversary. Another raptor. Dang. That's too good to ignore for the turn. I will race them because we have the Alchemist. Waiting for that 5th land. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nice. It sucks that we don't get Alchemist damage here. But I... Oh, because the Paladin class increases the cost of our spells. Oh, I messed that up. Oops. We should have cast it before it came in play. My bad. Okay. My bad indeed. This is a 2-1 when it comes back. Maybe we pull more land. And then we can hit this turn. But they're going to double strike it for 5. But that's fine. They can't play the creature and do that. We have our 5th land. We're doing 3 damage. Kind of messed that up. Paladin's class is tricky. I'd like to blame Maya, right? Maya was distracting us. Yeah, don't care there. We can tap our Alchemist whenever. Down to 12. They hit for 4. Oh, sorry. Yeah, just 4, because only the bird attacking. Lands. Tap. Den, because they're tapped. Right, this is good value. Really taking the weight off the Alchemist. And it forces them to now think about defending. Rather than just going for it. Another bird is good. Good, 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 good. Takedown on the adversary, not the Alchemist. This is an interesting bank. 4 more damage. Oh, no way. We have 7. Which isn't enough. That's only 5 damage split up. If we can wait 1 more turn... No, that'll be lethal. Hitting for 1. And then they seriously need to defend because the Alchemist is going to kill them. Right? We have Den of the Bugbear as well, so that's great. There's no life gain here. First strike is cool. The ward is great for them as well. But they need to defend. It's 4 damage down to 3. They're down to 2. And that is... Actually, cancel sorcery. Tap this. Oh, they know we've got it. They know we've got it. And we have the land, too, so either way. And the cool thing about Inspiration is we get another card from our sideboard on top of the Alchemist. Good stuff. Our opponent plays first. If we can get our 3rd land, I say we just risk it for the biscuit. If not, we might want to play this Hazard on 1. But we're an aggro deck, so risk it anyways. Don't be a chicken. We have multiple turns to draw land. That's pretty annoying. Nice. I don't know if they block that. They don't. Thermo out on 2, so this is perfect. Turn 1 Pit Fighter, turn 2 Thermo, turn 4 Regent. We may need Spike Field here if we don't get our 4th land. Removal on Thermo. It's pretty smart, right? And now there's no blocks. Hit for 3. So that's gone and replaced. There's our 4th land. There's no blocks here. Hit for 2. Let's take this damage at sorcery speed. They're gonna kill our Pit Fighter because we can't do anything with it. Maybe. But then they're like, well, maybe I'll save that mana to dispute my own creature, which is cool because now it's actually not attacking us. Now they only have the 1/1 to hit us. Down to 13. We're keeping pace. The question is, do they have removal? Is this worth it? We should wait till 5, I think, maybe. So, whenever a non-token dies... Land. 3 mana. Ghast is good. But we just exile that. Right? They could dispute it, which would trigger the procession. They don't. I think we wait till 5. We're going to play the land and tapped. Hit for 2. Okay, so we can fire for 1. I think we do that. We get the scry, and then we're going to get to draw. Is that what we want to draw as a spike field? It's not bad. It's not a big boy burn spell, though. Let's keep it, though, because it's still castable on top of the Regent. Let's sack this, because they're going to kill it. We maybe should have actually have them lost the life instead, because now they don't lose life. We didn't get the 5th land. They would have been down to 9. They tap out. Big hit. Down to 11, matching the game speed. Untapped off the top. No, but that's still pretty good. This is our 5th land. So we're back on track with the Regent card combo after. Ooh. And they just strip it away from us, hey? Only once each turn. This came in this turn. So if we kill this right now... What? That's where that zombie's from. Is it not? It triggers only once each turn, and that other zombie had summoning sickness on our turn. Jadar doesn't make the zombie on our turn. Maybe they used the Deadly Dispute that turn. Sorry. I was trying to avoid all that. Now they're just going to replay the... Yeah, that's... I'm sure that they had the Ghoulish Procession make the thing there when our creature died. And now we're basically forced to block or kill it. Which is just like, kill it. And we're just in this infinity loop, right? We can't break free of this. We could block everything else, take 5, and then start up the engines, which is what we should have done last turn. That didn't work the way I thought it was. I should pay more attention as to when these zombies come into play. But it had summoning sickness, and Jadar doesn't make a zombie. I don't know what else makes the 2/2 zombie for them. Oh, but it could have been Jadar, and then our turn, it still has Summoning Sickness until the start of their turn. Well, that sucks. That's Summoning Sickness. We hit for 6. Oh. Never mind. I mean, well, still, but... They're down to 5. We're down to 2. They decay, that's fine. We're dealing... Yeah, we have lethal. So that's okay. So that's okay. BEA, beautiful. Whew, we barely made it through that one. A little bit of a misplay there on my behalf with the sequencing. I forgot when that zombie came in play, but we survived. Going first, keeping 7. I think we'll just go in with the Bloodthirsties and see where we can get to. Let's throw that up top. Alchemist takes the show away from the Bloodthirsty adversary, I'll tell you what. Let's get that out there as soon as possible. The Pit Fighter. And the Dean. Dean has Menace and Lifelink, so we need to kill that. The Lifelink's too powerful to allow to exist. Pass our turn. The Pit Fighter is actually not a threat because we have a 0-3 in play. So as long as that's game and we don't have attackers, then we can do that. Losing life here. I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh. They're brave. They hit for 2. Good land. We need one more land. One more land. Oh, burn, baby. So cold. So hot at the same time. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Yes! Whew, we're lucky there. We are lucky. That's a hard call. That's a hard call. Down to 11. Hopefully they don't get another Nighthawk Scavenger because that's Dudley. And if they do, hopefully we get an untapped land. Because we need 5 untapped for the Bloodthirsty's ability for another Ignis. Puffy the Magical Dragon. That's a great name. Thanks for following. I like how you split the words with capitals also. I know I'm recording, but typically Twitch names are hard to decipher. Okay, they gain life there. Ouch. And they have the Defender. We should have taken the life gain, draw land, maybe. We kill the warrior because, you know, if they have another blood priest and we left them a party member, that sucks. Ooh, that's got haste. They hit for 6. I think we lose. think we lose. Dang. We have our 5th. But I'm not dealing 4 damage with a single spell. And this kicks for 7. And they have Death Touch. Just kill the blocker. We're still dead, though. Alright, like, it's still gonna have Death Touch. And they still have that land as well. Nice, no attacks. That's a good game. Oh, and they had more removal! They could have just hit us with Den of the Bugbear as well to go wide around us. Thief of Heartbeats, you guys. First time we've seen that in play. And it outpaces us. That's our first loss in a while. Our opponent goes first. I like the hand. Moonveil in the house. Oh! I mean, I would love to smashing 2 of them on turn 4, but that's too much damage. Let's slay it. I guess we'll slay that too. Spilling into the Moonveil. Nice! Hit for 3. Down to 17. We just have to keep picking off these creatures, I guess. Hopefully they don't have removal. Nice! They have removal on our Moonveil? They are dropping absolute bombs on us. Like, that whole process is pretty hot. They don't have anything in the grave, but they could still buff it up to a 3/3. They do. No cast. Do they lose the dragon? Me too. They need the draw engine more than me. So let's see where this ends up. This is fun, right? We're both, you know, kind of executing. Oh, nice. That's a double draw. That is good. And then they get to access to 4 more. They've not played a land. There's a land in tapped. Down to 10. We might be in trouble. We're hitting for 7, 10, 12 damage. But then we're getting hit for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, like, we're just screwed. So we have to kill this dragon for 6. I'm gonna decline it. That 2 damage is unavoidable. Oh, I guess we should have defended against the Slayer. But they can kill us. They could kill the dragon. They might actually even still kill us. Because they're hitting for 3, 6, 7. So close. They decide to kill the Regent instead. And this damage gets prevented, doesn't it? Right? Because Rem... No, it doesn't. That's not spell damage, I guess. It's a creature-based effect. They kill all the creatures. And our spell damage is reduced. We could... Well, no, because we have to pay too much for the Thirst. It only leaves us with 1. Nice. That was a good match. I like that. I like that. It just sucks that Ram reduces this to 1. Oh no, it just prevents all of it. That's sad. I thought it reduced it by 1. It actually reduces, just nullifies it all. Well, that's a perfect rejection to our almost flawless match. That was good. That was really close. Alrighty, so the deck pops. Sadly, the Alchemist didn't show itself too much, but when it did, you definitely seen the value of it. I see some new red cards being printed, which get me very, very excited about where not only mono red aggro goes, but where potentially the mono red burn is going, like we see here as well. So I'm excited for Crimson Vow, to say the least. A little bit frustrated with the double turns, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's new cards will distract people from what was, and it won't really become too toxic again until the next great big tournament. And then it's like everybody's just going to play the deck that won the tournament, and we'll all have to deal with that, right? Hopefully it's an aggro deck, and they'll be really quick at their turns, right? Not big braining, playing, you know, is it a red source? Is it a blue source? I don't have a turn 1 drop, but do I want to play a red source? Or do I want to play a blue source? Or maybe I could play one of both, but it comes in tapped, but I don't have a 1 drop. I guess I'll play the blue untapped land because it's scary, right? I feel like that's what the Izzet players are doing every turn, and it's like, man, this is taking so much time out of my day. Stuff like this, right? So, LOLs. I'm sure I'm not the only one with these feelings, but with that being said, I love the decks. You know, making 2 original decks for you guys today, or each day. Sometimes only 1. I'm trying to like step back a little bit because I feel like I'm almost producing too much content, which is great, but I want to make sure everybody sees everything, right? Because there's so much that it's going to be hard to see everything that I produce, so trying to trim back, but also increase the views, because obviously I do this for a living, and you know, I kind of need those 2 videos a day to survive at current levels, so it's tough. It's really tough. Anyways, I'm rambling. I hope you guys have a magical day. Watch some more content of mine. That would help my journey. Become a Patreon, stuff like this. Don't forget about the Twitch party, the contest, the giveaways. Tomorrow, you guys join the Discord, and you won't miss out on it because, you know, we're going to notify everybody, right? So, with that out of the way, have a magical day. We'll see you soon. Take care.